Yeah, I think it's superb. I've never seen a French play before, so it's a new experience. I like very much the venue.
I'm really enjoying the play. It's a lovely atmosphere.
It's a great time, yeah. I think it's a fantastic performance. The lead character's been amazing so far, so yeah, and everybody.
It was fantastic, so entertaining, incredible mix of witty dialogue and brilliant physical humour, and the music is just spectacular. It just really lifts it into a whole different stratosphere.
I think it just helps to lift the actors. It gives them a little bit more energy, it gives them a little bit more confidence, and it gives them something to respond to when we are doing, because there are a lot of songs in it because it's a musical, so every 5 minutes there's a song. So the musicians are very important as a way of stitching together the action.
As-tu sanglant orage qui fait rougir mon front, dans un affreux carnage, je vais rentrer là. Sur les mondes sauvages, où donne le frisson, dans quel affreux carnage, là je ma maison.
My name is Erwan Limon. I'm familiarly known as Eki, is my nickname, and my character is Fadinard. I play a character called Fadinard on his wedding day, and my horse has eaten the hat of a young lady who is having a clandestine rendezvous with a young soldier, and I have to get this hat back, otherwise my wedding will be compromised. So I'm dashing around Paris, desperately looking for an Italian straw hat.
Est-ce possible? Et moi qui depuis ce matin, et il était.
So my name's Casey and I'm playing Ellen, who's the bride in the play. I really like the play, I'm really enjoying doing it. It's actually the second time I've taken part in a play at UEA, a French play. But I think it's a really great opportunity to do it because UEA is the only university that has a full-time French theatre company.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça?
Voilà la mariée. Salut. Fille.
Ma cousine.
Je suis son père.
Je suis son cousin.
Et voilà nos parents. Salut.
Ils sont très polis, mais ils vont m'empêcher de changer.
Yeah, I'm Chris Rose, and this year I'm playing a chap in his 60s called Tardivaux. He's a bookkeeper, and he's sort of a bit of a dad's army type as well, because he volunteers to be in the sort of old man's army, if you like, kind of National Guard. But he's just a bit of a character because he's not very good at what he does. He's not very good at anything that he does. And what he keeps doing is late, because he's late for everything, he's always sweating. And what happens in this play is that when the marriage, the family comes from the countryside, from this village, to marry the main character, marry their daughter to the main character, who is Fadinard. When I walk, they're actually in the hat shop, and when I walk on stage, I'm wearing a tricolour sort of scarf, and they think I'm the mayor of the town. So they basically follow me all over the place, chasing me around. They won't leave me alone. Then I come on again in the fifth act, the final act, in my uniform.
À qui prend la faction?
My name is Nerea, and my character is Achille de Rosalba. Is a vicomte from the aristocracy.
Charme, ravissant. C'est décoré avec un goût. Et par ici, une table, c'est curieux. Ah,
I've been dancing since I was 7, and I was last year as well acting for Sacré Théâtre. Well, I wanted to join the company, the French company, because I wanted to practice French, and I also love acting. So we don't choose our own roles. We are given our roles through a cast.
Well, I'm Dany Limon, and my character is La Baronne de Champigny.
L'intention de garder mes invités le plus longtemps possible. Après le concert, on dînera. Après le
I am one of the founders of this group, and I've been involved in theatre for at least 35 years.
I quite like when I come in, first of all, when the audience are introduced to the fact that I'm deaf. I have to keep that up all the time. In one sense, as an actor, it's quite an interesting thing to play a deaf actor, a deaf character, because really you don't have to respond necessarily in exactly the appropriate way to anyone else on the stage. Which could cause them difficulties, but it's quite fun if you're the actor.
I play Emile Tavernier. I'm a military who's having apparently an affair with one other character, and I'm this really aggressive, annoying military who just goes around people's houses and demands that this famous hat being returned, otherwise we just wouldn't leave. And I got a tendency of banging chairs around. I've been with LCS now 2 years, and I heard since last year that there's this company here who does these plays in French, and I used to act back in high school. I used to join in the plays they did at school, and I just thought this was a good opportunity just to continue that and even probably improve my French.
I'm Jack. I play Bobin in the play. He is the cousin of Hélène the bride, and kind of finds any excuse to get his hands all over her. It's kind of creepy, but he's very funny, and hopefully we'll get a lot of laughs. So.
Je saurai vous défendre. Comptez, comptez sur moi. Je saurai vous défendre. Comptez, comptez sur moi. Je saurai vous défendre. Comptez, comptez sur moi.
I'm Thomas. I'm playing Félix, who is the domestique, the manservant of the lead character Fadina.
Félix! Monsieur! Figure-toi que monsieur arrive seul et la noce de monsieur est en train de s'embarquer à Charentonneau dans 8 taxis. J'ai pris le devant pour voir si rien ne cloche dans mon nid conjugal.
Felix, no, I wasn't actually I wasn't playing Felix to start with. I was going to be the corporal at the end, being a big man and telling people what to do. But actually, I ended up. They said, "Oh, could you play this part?" And it's great fun. So I'm really enjoying it now.
Okay, my name is Roger Baines, and I was playing Beaupertuis, who is the cocu. He's the husband of Anaïs, whose hat gets eaten and starts off the whole farce.
Lâchez-moi! Ah, ne te défends pas. J'ai un pistolet dans chaque poche. Pas possible.
I particularly like the way the umbrellas look in that scene. I think that goes down very well. From my perspective, I just think that there's good dynamism between the performance. I enjoyed all of it.
My name is Paille McClark, and I'm playing one of La Noce, the wedding party. I'm a gentleman, and I'm also La Bonne, who is one of the maids.
Monsieur, voilà le chapeau.
Le chapeau? Le chapeau? Ah, voilà pour toi! Et ma bourse!
I thought it went really well, much even better. We're finding all the kind of nuances, and I think just getting used to having the audience there, and also getting used to being on the stage with the set. It's very different to being in the rehearsal room, and all of it comes very quickly. So you do weeks and weeks leading up to the performance, and then literally the week of the performance, suddenly you're in the theatre and you have to get used to a completely different environment, as if you've been in it for years. You know, it's so it's a very quick learning curve. But I think it went very well. Yeah.
Okay, my name is Claudine Tournière. I play one character called Clara, a fairly small part, and I also appear as part of the chorus, as part of the wedding party and the Baron's guests in some of the songs and dances throughout the play. Well, we've been doing performances on a yearly basis pretty regularly, and I'm part of the very small group of people who are always taking part. And then we do recruit students and, friends, and anybody who wants to take part is welcome. I think every evening's a challenge, really, but it's a really exciting one. And, well, sometimes things go wrong and you get a bit cross with yourself, but no, usually if you focus, if you remain concentrated, and if you don't forget to enjoy it, and don't forget it's a communication really with an audience, and you're doing it for people's fun and entertainment, that helps a tremendous amount.
I'm Victoria. My role in the play is part of La Noce, which is the wedding party. We're part of the wedding party, so we come on when the couples are together mainly. We do a lot of the singing and the dancing in the play. So.
My name is Nadine Rieser. I have two characters in this play. This is the dress for part of the wedding party, the noce. We're following around the groom and the bride everywhere doing silly things. And the second role is a domestique, or kind of maid, where I'm wearing a black dress and kind of like a servant. Well, I'm studying French and Spanish. I'm translation interpreting, and so it is a very good opportunity to take part in a whole French play where we are surrounded by native French speakers every day, and we're able to talk French and perform in French, so it's a good opportunity.
So my real name is Claire, and my stage name is Virginie. I'm actually a maid.
Well, in the past I had mostly very talkative characters, and this year I'm part of two groups of people who are on stage but not saying anything, well, or not saying much, and just there to react to what's happening on stage. So at some point it's quite difficult to be as concentrated as you would be if you had a single role.
My name is Susie Hannah, and I play the violin for le Sacré Théâtre every year for their productions for the last 3 years. This is our 4th year. So my husband Bobby and I play the piano and the violin for their farcical French plays. Whenever we do these plays, Eki is the first person to come up with ideas for music, because he's a musician too, but obviously because he's acting in the play he can't play the music as well. So he starts to tell us ideas he has, and then because my husband and I have played in lots of bands, so we've played everything like punk, rock and roll, jazz, folk music, so we have an interest in playing music from everywhere. So when Eki has an idea, we can usually find something that is something that he would like. And we play around with lots of different kinds of music, and then we have to find something. For this play, we had to find things that people could sing.
What I say is that the violin is
I think that key's too low.
The violin is generally the range of the human voice, and that in G is far more accessible in the middle range.
Oh, is it? In the middle range?
Whereas if you do it in D, actually the top note is D, which is... I can hardly utter a sound.
And also we have to play them in the key that they can sing them. So it's a negotiation. It's always a negotiation.
That's in G instead of D. Let's try that someone.
I make notes during the practices, and then when I get home I write them a bit darker so that I know which ones I'm supposed to read, because sometimes I've written 4 sets of notes and then I might get confused which ones are the ones that I need to use.